Well, let's take our Bibles back to Second Peter chapter number 1. We're going to continue where we left off. And here's something I think that is critical that we need to allow our circumstances to be understood through what they're accomplishing. A lot of times we only see the circumstances being something we don't like, something that we don't want. And so now we need to, as believers in the Lord Jesus Christ, as we're leaning into his promises and trying to live a life that's pleasing to him, that we need to recognize what's being accomplished so that'll help us remember to be diligent in our pursuit of godliness, because we're going to see a progression beginning in our lives. We don't notice it at first because trials are tough, but notice what Peter says is happening as we navigate trials, as we diligently seek to please God, to live a life of godliness. Look at verse number 5. It says, and beside this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. And so what we see is this stacking effect as we try to live a life of godliness, as we diligently pursue that godliness and virtue. We're going to be adding on to each of these other categories. It's a systematic building process of godliness. And so each circumstance we go through has the potential of building us up in each of these categories. And so what I want you to be encouraged with this morning is that as we've been traveling through this first chapter of Second Peter, we're noticing that God is doing something in us. He doesn't waste a trial. He doesn't waste our time periods where we might be tempted to walk away or do things in our own strength. He doesn't waste any of it. He gives us everything we need for life and godliness. And he wants us to pursue him diligently because our circumstances are accomplishing something for his glory. And so let that be an encouragement to you today as you live out the rest of this day right before you. And as we head on into the weekend in just a day or so, I want to encourage you, walk with God, be diligent, allow your circumstances to show what they're accomplishing. Have a great day.